Everybody, welcome. Just waiting to admit a few people here. Oh, somebody's on chat. I didn't get that, Violet, but funny enough, I looked up a book that I had then, and I think I have that from a way back from the from when I did my training. So thanks for that. Yes, I thought afterwards, I think there is one in the book, so thank you. Oh, just admitting a few more here. So today, folks, we don't need anything, okay? I'm going to do some distance Reiki on you, all right? And I'll explain how that works and more about it when everybody gets on. So today is going to be very relaxing. And then we'll do a bit more yoga today, some more breathing exercises, and then finish off maybe with a longer meditation. So this is week 3 to go after this. As they say, how the weeks go in. Just wait in case there's any more here. So again, like I say, there is, you don't need anything today. Just yourself, your time, your presence, your consciousness. Talk a wee bit more about that today too. Yeah. I'm just checking. If I have disappeared off screen, I'm still here, guys. I'm just checking a message here just about a very interesting book. We'll just give everybody another minute and then we can get cracking. I'm not sure what's up next week in the program. So if you want to switch off your phones or any devices, guys, so that there's nothing pinging, that you don't get distracted. This is an hour for you to take time out, just for you. And I take an hour out of my own work to do things like this at lunchtime. And then people say to me, gosh, do you not be more stressed, or do you not find it tiring? Or it's not. It's absolutely, that's one of the benefits of Reiki that we're going to be doing now. It benefits the receiver as much as the giver, okay? So let's just see, is there anyone else? Oh, a few more waiting. Let's just admit them. Sounds like a hospital here. Sounds like a waiting room. That should be, there's folks joining now. Hopefully. Great. Okay, everybody, we'll get started and we'll let more people in as we come along, or as we move along, as they come along. So just a couple of things, just we're going to do some Reiki this morning, and then some breathing exercises again. We might get a chance to do 4 this morning. Then we'll do more yoga, and then we'll finish with a longer meditation. So as we go along, we'll do more yoga in the sessions, all right? Because it can take a wee while just for people to get used to it. So a couple of things just before we start, okay? Just on Reiki, it means universal energy, and like I suppose misunderstood, like yoga, all of these things come from science, or they're now proven by science. Maybe not Western science, but certainly Eastern science or sciences from the other parts of the world, okay? So reflexology would work on your reflex points, the way acupuncture works on points on the body, on the meridians. The meridians come from Chinese medicine. Reiki is, like I said, means universal energy, and it was rediscovered in the early 1900s by a Japanese guy called Usui. But it's actually an ancient healing, natural healing therapy that was used thousands and thousands of years ago, probably Buddhist tradition or origins in India and the Himalayas. So even though it was rediscovered, it was lost then because a lot was passed on by oral history. So we're going to do some of that this morning. I'm going to do it by distance, all right? And you might think to yourself, well, how does that work in terms of distance? So we're energy. We're surrounded by energy. The universe is energy. Now, the planets, of course, are energy, the sun and the moon. And I suppose the greatest example of the moon being energy, or external, us being energy, and also everything around us, is the moon. The moon force bringing in the tides in and out, okay? And as the moon, comes out, the sun goes in. That's all energy forces, energy fields. So Reiki we can do by distance because we are energy, and your thoughts are also energy. So more people are attuned to picking up on thoughts over distance, and so commonly known as being psychic. See, hear, feel, experience, empathize with things that are happening outside of themselves, because they are tuning into a wider, greater energetic force field that exists outside of us, okay? And Reiki works on that principle. You can do it, when I do it at home here in the treatment room, I don't touch anybody. Some therapists do, but you're working on the body's own energy field, okay? So we're going to do some of that by distance this morning. Now, I was reading a book during the week. It might be of interest to you in these times, okay? And in one of the previous sessions, we talked about, the external triggers for stress and for anxiety. Depression's slightly different, but, things we can't control or we can't change or we feel it forced upon us, like the pandemic, all right? Now, I want you to consider for a minute, have you ever driven somewhere and you don't remember getting there? That is because you are driving with your unconscious, and our unconscious governs a lot of what we do during the day. So we might be moving about, appear awake, alert, and systematically doing things, but a lot of that is coming from an unconscious drive or desire or functionality. Okay, so there's a book called, it's actually a book used in addiction therapy. It's called This Naked Mind, all right? And it's a thought management book for curing oneself of addiction, be that drugs, alcohol, money, gambling, sex, whatever it might be, okay? It's a very, very interesting book, which claims to, when you read it, it works on your unconscious, all right? That's why I would say to people, put on a YouTube video or something with a meditation, and if you drift off to sleep, it still runs and it is permeating your unconscious, okay? So that could be about healing for anything. It could be about the release of anxiety. It could be for health, any of those things. So just reprogramming the unconscious. And then this book talks about how addiction is driven by desire and a lot of programming of the unconscious, and marketing and how that impacts upon our behaviors, etc., etc. So again, just if you think that's baloney, just observe how much you are doing consciously or unconsciously. And these self-care hours are actually designed to bring you out of your day and your week into a conscious process of caring for yourself, even if it's just for 1 hour per week, okay? Finally, in terms of yoga, before I do the distance Reiki with you, because you'll be healing your own body, I'll just be sending the Reiki by distance through the energy fields. Just in terms of yoga, there are 3 types of movement of the muscles, okay? So muscles burn energy and create waste in the form of heat and toxins. And people might commonly know this as then they have localized pain, or they have arthritis, they have bursitis, they have other inflammatory conditions. Fibromyalgia would be another condition of this, and it's more complicated, but the muscles burn energy and create waste in the form of heat and toxins, okay? And there are 3 types of muscle behavior: static. So that's if you're sitting at your desk all day, working, not moving very much, not taking your breaks, just pushing through. Activity, okay, so that's, you get up to go to the toilet, go to the sink, make dinner, all of that. And then dynamic, which is exercise, all right. The static operation of the muscles causes no increase in heart rate, so the blood is not circulating fast enough to remove all of the toxins completely from your body. So therefore, you delve into a state of, over time, pain. So, aches and pains, we tweaks here and there, and I can feel that in my neck and all the rest of it. Activity, if you are active, so that's, just moving about a lot, doing housework and whatever, good. That is a normal rate of activity. So the toxicity levels in the body would be normal. But if you are dynamic, and that would mean doing some exercise every day, even if it's 15 or 20 minutes in breaks, tea break, lunch break, okay, rather than sitting down having a chat or a yap or a moan with somebody and a cup of tea and like a French fancy, get up and do something for 15 minutes. That dynamic exercise leads to low toxicity in the body, okay? So just 3 things to remember today: how much of your activity is actually conscious. And if you study it, you will notice that there's quite a lot that's not. And then the book is called This Naked Mind. How much of your activity is static, active or dynamic. And finally, just to remember that in terms of the Reiki and all these other therapies, they are actually based on a science. They're not like, hocus pocus that maybe they once were thought of as. They are now becoming more and more recognized for actually having healing powers. So on that note, I want you to, talking about static, I want you to do absolutely nothing. I want you to lie down on the floor or relax back in your chair, but just get completely and absolutely relaxed and chilled out there. And I'm just going to send some distance Reiki to you all now. And I want you to close your eyes, bringing your awareness to your third eye that's located just between your eyebrows. Just breathing in and out through the nose, okay? As I do the Reiki on you, and I'm just going to bring up the participant list here. And I'm just going to send some Reiki. Reiki is sent by intention. So my intention is to send Reiki to Avril and Deirdre and Denise, and Diane and Eamon and Emma, Fiona and Gwen, Jill Kelly, Marion Martina, Mary Melissa, Patty, Patricia, Pauline, Rachel, S. Lena, Violet, Wendy and Paula, okay? And everyone else who's watching via the recording afterwards. And I want you to let your whole body rest heavy just on your mat or on your carpet or in your chair, keeping your awareness at your third eye that's located between the eyebrows. And some of you, as we do the Reiki, my hands are tingling here and burning, so it's sending, might start to see colours. So those are the colours of the main energy centres in the body. And just keep focusing your attention at your third eye. And I want you to start to pay attention to anything you're experiencing in the body, such as a tingling anywhere, maybe a heat. And Reiki is used to rebalance the body. So on Monday, I had a very stressful day. And I just did some Reiki on myself in bed at night, just to come down out of that stress. I was just sending this Reiki now to everyone here who's on the session, self-care hour, and everyone who'll be doing this afterwards for their mental and physical healing, their emotional healing. As we ask forgiveness for anyone who may have hurt us, and also forgiving ourselves, forgiving others. Not holding on to any of that stuff. Either in our thoughts or in our body. Just keeping your focus on your third eye as you relax deeper and deeper. Noticing your head getting heavier, your shoulders relaxing, letting go of that tension. Even let your mouth hang open, let your tongue hang heavy in the mouth. Relaxing the whole of the back, the chest, heart and lungs, and the tummy. Bum, thighs, calves and heels. Bringing your awareness into the body. Just noticing, are we starting to see any colours coming into, even though our eyes are closed and we're focusing on the third eye, we might start to see some colours coming in now to our field of vision. So those are the energy centres of the body. Obviously, those exist in your energetic field. I'm getting yellow very strong, so don't doubt yourself. If you see a colour, you see the colour. Other people experience tingling, other people see white dots of light. Other people experience heat or maybe a jerking in the body. Any thoughts that come into our mind, just let them come and let them go. Remember that your thoughts are transient. This is what the mind does. It works to create thoughts every day, 40 to 60,000. Letting them come and letting them go. Remembering that you are not your thoughts. Starting to slowly come out of that now. Just starting to bring your awareness back into the room. Just going to seal the healing in just with a mudra, which is a hand movement. Sealing the healing into all your bodies. And when this pandemic is over and we're allowed to mix again, I have a list of names of people who do want to do Reiki 1 training, so I will advertise it on my own Facebook page. And Reiki 1 training, then you can then do Reiki on yourself, family, friends, pets, plants, etc. Okay. So feel free, guys, to message me there if you experienced anything just on the chat, colours, sensations, any interest in insights or intuitive awakenings or awareness. And just another wee bit on the unconscious, which came to me there. Well, 2 things came to me in that. One was to do the Meet Your Guardian Angel meditation. So the colour purple, the colours of the main, I'll finish this first, I get distracted. So the first one was to do the Meet Your Guardian Angel meditation in this class, so I'll do that at the end. It's a lovely one. And then the second one was to say to folk, if any of you work with in the field of mental health, okay, the unconscious is very, very powerful. And I have a friend, and she was saved from dying by suicide through stress, just built up a number of things in life, family, work, and relationships, and all the rest of it. And she said that the day that she drove to Lough Erne to drive into the lake, she wasn't conscious. She wasn't fully conscious, okay? So she was acting out of the unconscious or the subconscious that day, and only a friend met her on the road and said, God, you know, the so-and-so's not themselves. Usually they wave and they're cheery, and then followed her and got her out of the car before she drove into Lough Erne. So there are a lot of really, really important stuff for you, those of you that work in this field or have an interest in it or are worried about family or friends, okay? The treatment of the unconscious and the subconscious is very powerful. So some folk have had colours here. So the colour purple, okay, so the colour purple is, the colours go, they're the colours of the rainbow: red, orange, green, yellow, blue, indigo, violet. So the colour purple is all up here in the head, very common. Overthinking, storing a lot of stuff in the head, okay, not doing enough of your self-care and stress management, letting your thoughts go, you know, oh, there you go, wee thought there, wee disturbing thought, let you go, and there'll be another thought along in a minute. So that's overthinking. The heads, maybe we're working too hard, working in intellectual capacity, doing too much with the head. The red is the root chakra. So someone this is absolutely fascinating. you know, you wouldn't believe that you could do this by distance, but you can, because I do it. I'm asked to do it from people in hospital, intensive care and whatever. And then when they recover, they're like, you know, I felt so much more calm and relaxed at a certain point. Someone got red. Okay, so red, that's good. Red is your root chakra. So that is a strong root chakra, is you're very grounded. Okay, now you also got black. We all get a lot of black. Okay, and then somebody else says here they got white. We all got a lot of black because we live in our heads. We live in the darkness. Okay, the person who got white and the tingling in the hands and the fingers, okay, that's your nervous system starting to rebalance. Okay, so the tingling you get is actually the nerves. Also the white is our consciousness trying to come through. So we do live in the dark. Okay, we live inside our heads. And so when you start to meditate and do all this work, you have the blackness, that's all you see. And then that's why I like you to focus on the third eye, and you start to see the colors come through. So there's a whole different world and realm to you than just your physical body or your intellectual, you know, your intelligence and all the rest of it. So that's what we're seeing there, is the red is a strong, rooted, grounded, good. But likewise then the black is just the darkness that exists in us all until, you know, until I started to do all this, Christianity didn't make sense to me. And then a lot of what Jesus said in the Bible suddenly started to make sense to me. It's like, you know, then seeing the light. And I'm reminded of a fella, it's in the southern states of the United States, and he was suicidal, severe depression. And he went to hear a monk talk one night. And this monk talked about, you know, the light within. And he started to think, well, and that the light's within everyone, that there must be this light within me too. And working to find that and focusing on it brought him out of his depression. Okay, so it's different for everybody. So the white and the radiating light, brilliant. That's why I'm going to do the Meet Your Guardian Angel meditation at the end of this. The white and the radiating light are all the colors of the chakras together. Okay, the purest form of light that you can have. Lovely experience, that one. Okay, and keep working on this. Denise, you got the white and the radiating light and the tingling. Keep working on this. Okay, then you will start to get messages from your intuition. Your intuition is your intuitor. So somebody here Patty got green, good, and then pink. So we're getting a couple of chakras coming through here. So red is your root chakra, orange is your solar plexus, sacral. Yellow is your solar plexus, where we have the where we hold tension. Okay, so I got a lot of yellow because I hold, you know, my to-do list. I hold it in my stomach, all right. And then when I have my to-do list done at the end of the day, I sit down and go, and the tension leaves the stomach. So I hold my to-do list there. Red, orange, yellow. So green is the heart. Nice heart center color. Good. Lovely. Be interesting if this all matches. And then the light pink. So red, orange, yellow, green. Blue is the throat. Indigo is the third eye, and violet. So a light pink is probably your indigo starting to show up here at the third eye, which is our intuition. I know this is fascinating stuff. Yellow at the beginning, Kelly. So yellow at the beginning, a wee bit tight here down in the tummy, storing some anxiety and tension, your to-do list down in the solar plexus. Purple is feeling relaxed now, good. It's amazing how Reiki works, okay? So the purple is, it'd be interesting to know where you get that the pink is the deep heart, violet, because the heart is green in Reiki, okay? But send me that info, all right? Let me see. Purple again is the head, Kelly, and then the red is the root chakra. Okay, so again grounded, but again purple, so maybe a wee bit of overthinking, but we all have that overworking of the head. And then bright light near the start, Avril, with some orange, and then another pink. Okay, so do send me that, Violet, about the deep heart for the pink. Okay guys, we'll go to our breathing exercises. So yes, you're working on the 12 chakras, and there are actually 100, and there are actually over 100 chakras, I think about 150, all right? So working on the main ones today, the main 7, but there are over 100 energy centers or points in the body, okay? So Violet's working on the 12, if that makes sense. And like I say, there are over 100, maybe 150, something like that. All right, guys, let's go. Well done, Violet, working on yourself too there. Let's go, guys, to our breathing exercises. So again, just lie back. So if you're feeling relaxed already, you're going to be even more relaxed after we do our breathing exercises and our yoga. And Violet, if you have any books that you use that you want to share with the group, just tap them in there. Any books that you use or find of interest. Good woman. Emma had a really sunny day with a blue sky. Beautiful. Marion had you're a complimentary teacher, Violet. Yes, I thought that. Marion had a soft pinky lilac with dark green pulse at the center. So I think Violet, people are getting your nice energy from this through this as well. Through the with the pink coming up there. And I know, like Sinead Lynch in Derry, pink and all would feature very strongly for her as well. I actually did my master teacher training with her. Okay, guys, so let's just do our breathing. Big deep breaths in and out through the nose, lying back again. Just letting the whole body relax again. But it was nice, so many people got so many experiences, and that's what I always say. If there are other people on here who do Reiki or any of the complementary therapies as well, send out your positive energy and your healing to the whole group. Add in your contributions, your reading, your thoughts, your knowledge. We don't all have it all. And just breathing in and out through the nose, okay? And then we'll move to our longer exhale to again activate our parasympathetic nervous system, our calming nervous system. Big deep breaths in and out through the nose. Just letting the whole body rest on the mat. Or wherever you are, just taking big deep breaths in and out through the nose. Taking the hands to the tummy, we'll just do our 4, 4, and 4 to bring both nervous systems into balance, your fight and flight, and your rest and digest in this lunch hour. On the count of 3, 2, 1, big deep breath in, tummy out, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, out, tummy in, 2, 3, 4. Big deep breath in, tummy out, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, out, tummy in, 2, 3, 4. Big deep breath in, tummy out, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, out, tummy in, 2, 3, 4. Big deep breath in, tummy out, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, out, tummy in, 2, 3, 4. Big deep breath in, tummy out, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, out, tummy in, 2, 3, 4. Big deep breath in, tummy out, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, out, tummy in, 2, 3, 4. Big deep breath in, tummy out, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, out, tummy in, 2, 3, 4. Big deep breath in, tummy out, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, out, tummy in, 2, 3, 4. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4. Let's move to our 4 and our 8. And I want you to really control the 8 and control that exhale on the count of 3, 2, 1. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, big deep breath in, tummy out. 2, 3, 4. Out, tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time we're going to move to our bee's breath. This is where we breathe in again through the nose for 4, and then we breathe out for up to 25, 26. So we're taking 2 breaths per minute. Remember, we're doing the hum on the way out, and I find it useful to count into myself, and then I'll tell you guys when we've reached 30. Okay, so that's 2 breaths per minute going in 4, 3, 2, 1. Big deep breath in, tummy out. Good, that's 30 seconds gone, and we'll go again in a few seconds. And the vibration you feel in the sinuses, that's the creation of the nitrate oxide. Okay, I used to wonder why, when I was training for yoga in India, why we were always told to breathe in and out through the nose. So this is the reason. It's the creation of the nitrate oxide. Okay, going again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big deep breath in, tummy out. Good. Well done, everybody. That's our 7 minutes of breathing. So the controlled breathing, the NHS recommends, of course, 4 minutes a day. So we've nearly our, well, we did some, we're doing Reiki. So we've our two sets done for couple of days now. And remember, again, your controlled breathing just brings you back into your conscious into a conscious state, okay, where we come out of the head and all that running about that the head does. So we'll just go to our yoga now, and we'll just do some poses again, just to start out, just to open up the legs and the back, okay? And then there's a few nice wee poses to do today to get some length into the arms and the shoulders if we've been sitting around a desk all day. So feet out the width of the mat. So if you have the mat on the long end, feet out the width, turn the heels out slightly, okay? And we're just going to fall forward, taking the fingers towards the toes, keeping the legs nice and straight. And you'll feel that stretch up the back of the legs, okay? And we're just going to hold this and keep breathing in and out through the nose. This is just to get some length back into the back and the legs, maybe if we've been sitting all day. Likewise, if we've been running about all morning, busy doing chores or whatever, or if we have been active, okay, doing some exercise, we need to stretch out. And then you just hold the pose to allow the muscles to soften, all right? Because if you go too fast, you don't get the full benefit of just allowing the muscle to get the stretch there. And then if you do yoga, you'll obviously get more length into the body. You'll be able to take your hands flat. But just wherever you go to, just keep holding, keep breathing, okay? Just a few more seconds to go in this pose, and then we're going to come into our downward dog, all right? That's a minute done there. Just come into your downward dog. So again, hands out the width of the mat, feet out the width of the mat. Turn those heels out a wee bit. Just hold your pose. Now this is a great pose, downward dog, for in yoga. It's used to move between sequences and to get up and down of your mat. But also, it's a great pose helping to prevent osteoporosis in women. As we get older, it helps build your bone density, okay? And also, great pose for the calves, this one, and for the feet, okay? For the Achilles as well, you'll feel that stretch up the Achilles and up the calves. We'll hold this one a minute as well, just 10 seconds to go. Keep pushing back off the hands, arms, and wrists. Remember, if you can't get the heels back onto the mat, just pop something in underneath the hands there. Good. Coming down onto the knees on the mat. So, anyone with tight knees, quads, sore feet, you can pop a couple of yoga bricks or cushions in underneath the bum there, and that keeps you're not going as deep into the pose, okay? It takes the pressure off the knees a wee bit if you have bad knees. Now I have a bad right knee from when I used to run a lot because I didn't stretch enough, but I find yoga really keeps me mobile, keeps the inflammation at bay, keeps the pain and the aches at bay. So that's why even if you have a condition, you're encouraged to move and to keep moving. Now just take the hands forward, come into child's pose there. So we were in hero pose for about 45 seconds. We'll hold child's pose for just about 30 seconds here. And just keeping the bum back as best you can on the heels. Obviously, if you've bad knees, sit up a wee bit. You shouldn't feel pain in any of this. If you feel pain, come out of the pose. And we're just getting length in the back here now, the shoulders, the upper arms, the forearms. Getting the bum down nicely onto the heels there. Good. Just a few more seconds. And then we'll do a couple of poses coming up out of that. Okay, guys, so if you have a wall that you can sit against there or lean against a door or something, we're just going to do a pose for the pelvis. Again, the outer knee, the outer leg. So just left leg out straight and just bring your right foot, if you can, just up above the left knee there. If you can, if not, below the knee is fine. Or if you even feel that too tight, you can just keep the foot there at the side of the leg and you can push that knee up and down to open up the pelvis, okay? And keep breathing into this, guys, in and out through the nose as we go, okay? Big deep breaths in and out through the nose. And this is my tight side, the right side. It might appear as the other side just on camera, the way the camera switches it about, but this is my right side. So feeling it down there, the outside of the right leg into the bum. So I put the dog out today, guys. So those of you who were on last week, I'm dog sitting for a friend who has COVID. So Scotty was barking and yapping. So she's out in the studio today just because we were doing the Reiki. Even though animals love Reiki, and they love it. And even when I'm doing meditations here as part of the yoga classes online, Scotty will just, that's the time she lies down. So animals love all of this. They sense the change in the energy in the room, okay? And just coming out of that. And be careful moving that leg because we were working the bones there too. Give the leg a wee shake out, we'll do the other side. So in a full yoga class, we would pop the brick in underneath the leg to bring to go deeper into the pose, bringing your left foot now up on top of your right knee. So this is just if you're, again, sitting at a desk all day, or even, see you're doing a lot of exercise, guys, you're going to get tight, you're going to need your stretching, you're going to need your, soften up the muscles again after dynamic exercise. So even though running, cycling, CrossFit, all of those things are excellent for your getting your heart rate up, flushing the toxins out of the body. You do need to soften up the body and soften up the muscles after a regime like that. And let's come back out of that. Good. Give the legs a wee shake out. Now we're going to do a couple of poses. You will notice the difference, okay? We're just going to touch the toes from the floor here, and then we're going to sit up a wee bit higher to work different muscles in the legs just by introducing a prop into our practice. Now, if anyone again can't touch the toes, use a belt or grab a tea towel there. Anything you can pretty much throw around the feet like that. So if you can't touch the toes, anything that you can throw around the feet would be great. But obviously if you can, that's okay. Big deep breath in, arms up, looking forward, relax the whole body, toes up, knees down. Big deep breath in, breathing out, going forward, going down. So another great book on Reiki healing and self-care is Wheels of Light, okay? And this was written by a medical doctor, Wheels of Light it's called. It's another lovely book on Reiki and also the complementary therapies, okay? And I think the doctor who wrote it is, so in the States, you're a medical doctor and then to be a psychiatrist. So a lot of useful information in there too. And just holding the pose, looking up, big deep breath in, breathing out, looking down. So in this lunchtime class, we are working the main parts of the body that might get tight and from being static. Big deep breath in, looking up, breathing out, looking down. Big deep breath in, looking up, breathing out, looking down. Big deep breath in, look up, bring the legs just wider, letting the head now fall lower, relaxing the arms, letting the elbows drop towards the knee. Good. And let's come up out of that. Okay, so grab a couple of books, guys, or a couple of cushions. We're going to bring the bum up higher, and you're going to notice just a subtle change here in the muscles and how we're working the muscles differently, deeper, and also a few muscles that we just don't work from just normal full forward fold on the mat. So get your bum up higher a wee bit. This will take you closer towards the toes, but again, like I say, we're just going deeper into some of these muscles. Big deep breath in, arms up. Breathing out. Let's go again. Big deep breath in, breathing out, coming forward and down, okay? So you'll be able to go deeper into the pose here, but I feel this one now more in the right calf here. And this right calf has been tight all week. I hiked 9 Mile on Sunday, so the right calf, that right side gives me some trouble. Not that it's like very, very sore or anything, but you can feel it, you know, that type of a way. So the yoga helps keep all that at bay. Just taking the hands as low as you can, holding the pose, looking up, big deep breath in, breathing out, looking down. Big deep breath in, looking up, breathing out, looking down. Big deep breath in, looking up, breathing out, looking down. Nice pose there. You can feel it more across the top of the shoulders and back. And let's come up out of that. Let's work the neck. Cross the legs over if you can. So the pose we were doing against the wall there really hard helps to bring these knees down, okay? Helps to open up the pelvis and the groin, brings these knees down. Okay, let's work the neck. Big deep breath in. Breathing out, drop the head onto the chest, relax the whole body. Good. And big deep breath in, head onto the right shoulder, breathing out. So anyone that finds it, you know, too hard to breathe in and out through the nose, you can, you know, breathe in and out through the mouth, or breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. But if we're stuffed or blocked or whatever, we want to try as much nasal breathing as we can to clear that. Big deep breath in, head onto the back of the shoulders, breathing out. Big deep breath in, head onto the left shoulder, breathing out. Big deep breath in, head onto the front of the chest again, breathing out. Big deep breath in, let's rotate the head round to the right, back of the shoulders, left and down. Big deep breath in as we come up round, breathing out as we come down. Big deep breath in as we come up round, breathing out as we come down. Let's go in the other direction. Big deep breaths in as we come up round, breathing out as we come down. Big deep breaths in as we come up round, breathing out as we come down. Last time. Good. And we're just going to finish off the yoga bit with a wee one just for the shoulders and the back. So bring your cushions or your blocks there just about half a foot away from your wall or your door or your settee, whatever you're leaning back against there. And this is a nice wee one for the back of the arms to give us length into the back of the arms, and for your triceps, hard to reach, and also for the shoulders. So I just want you to bring the arms back and just push off the wall, okay? So just bring I should have the bricks forward a wee bit. Sorry, bring the arms out behind like this and push off the wall. Sorry, not behind the head, that's a different one. Just bring the arms behind you there onto the wall and straighten them out, okay? And you'll feel that up the back of the arm, all right? Straighten the arm, lock the elbow, push off the wall. This is a nice wee one. If the hand slips there, just bring it back. This is a nice wee one just to give length into the arms there, but also squeezes in the shoulders slightly. But a nice wee one. This, if you keep slipping, just keep adjusting. Keep breathing. Push off the wall. You wouldn't think this was hard work, but it is. And let's come out of that. Good. And onto your mats, guys, just for your meditation, okay? Just lie back on your mats or on your chairs. Get comfy there, and we'll do our big guardian angel meditation just to finish off. And I think where that came from is in the Reiki, it just sort of came to me as a message to do this at the end of the session today, and the fact that so many of you were getting some lovely, lovely colours there and observations, self-observations about what's going on in the body, what your energy centres are telling you, what's maybe overactive, okay, mostly the heads if you've purple. And Just closing your eyes, bringing your awareness again to your third eye. And you don't need to worry about your breathing now. We have switched on our calming nervous system. You might not feel it, but trust in the process. I want you to imagine you're walking along a beautiful sandy beach, and it's winter time, and there's frost. On the ground, and you can even feel the frost underneath your feet on the sand, and the waves are just coming into shore and crystallizing even as they hit the shore. The sky is that lovely watery winter blue. And far away along the shore you see a cave, and there's flickers of light coming from the cave. You walk towards it. And as you get closer, you see that there's a fire lit within the cave. And you're drawn towards the heat and the warmth after your walk. And you just walk towards the cave and you enter it. And there's a fire lit, a campfire going, and it's cozy. And there's 2 chairs. And one of the chairs has your name on it, and you just go and sit and wait patiently, and you warm yourself by the fire. And then you look over at the other chair, but there's no name on it, but you know you're waiting for someone. You look out the mouth of the cave and you see a figure walking along the beach in the direction from where you came. And the figure's all clothed in white. And you know that it's your guardian angel coming to meet you. And the figure walks slowly along the beach. And maybe now a name comes to mind, or you smell a perfume, as your guardian angel comes to sit with you for a few minutes. And they enter the door of the cave, and you get up and you give each other a hug, and you feel the warmth and the love radiating from them. And you both sit down and hold hands, and you feel their guidance and their protection and their power surrounding you like in a bubble. And you know you're guided, guarded, and protected and loved. And all fear dissolves in this moment, all anxiety. And you know that your guardian angel has been sent by a power higher than us. You just sit alone with your guardian angel, chatting to them yourself for a couple of minutes. We just talked to our guardian angel about our worries, our concerns in the pandemic. Anything that's troubling us, and they listen. And you hear their advice and their words of wisdom and their strength as they sit there holding your hand, and you feel the warmth in your own hand and in your arm and coming up in through your body, knowing that you're not alone. And then your guardian angel squeezes your hand, and it's time to go for now, but you know that they're always with you. And you both walk to the mouth of the cave and walk back along the beach together, comfortable in each other's presence, together. You feel safe. Your mind is calm and clear and focused. You're fully conscious in this time. And as your guardian angel just walks on and just leaves for now, but you know they're always near and can be called upon. They just merge into the mist in the distance. And when you're ready, just bring your awareness back into the room, turning onto your right side away from your heart, just coming up into a comfortable position if you are on your mat or lying down. And if anyone wants to share any experiences they had, any thoughts, anything nice they experienced, or anything else with the group, feel free to do so. So well done, everybody. And as we say at the end of yoga, means the divine in me sees the divine in you. So namaste, everybody. Thanks, Pauline. Martina fell asleep during the Reiki. Are you only waking up now? Look, that's great. Obviously, your body and mind needed that, Martina. So you may watch the recording for the rest of it. So thanks, everybody. And we shall see you next week. And I think next week is it facial zone and facial point reflexology? Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Maura. Glad you all enjoyed it. And Wendy. Thanks, everyone, for all your contributions as well. Remember, none of us own all of this or know it all. Or we're all learning as we go along. So thanks, guys. Listen, have a great day. And I'll see you all next week. And thanks, of course, to Northern Ireland Rural Women's Network for organising and for having me do this. And thanks, Emma and Patty. Bye, everybody.